And that's the position. However, we've stripped this rocket down to its barest essentials. We've had to discard most of the drinking water, the emergency radio transmitter, and much of the food supply. We've also taken out the gyro compass. Now, with these drastic reductions in weight, this rocket will just be able to take off from the moon, leaving sufficient fuel to land on the Earth.
Hamlet,
oh, well, that's a relief anyway.
Unfortunately, however, it will only be able to carry a payload of 250 pounds. That is to say, 1 adult and 1 child. Now, apart from myself, the only person who's had any experience of piloting one of these rockets is Henderson. So he will be the adult, and he'll take Valerie with him.
Oh, but Wedgwood, if anybody goes back to Earth, it should be you, from the point of view of future expedition.
Yes, I've been thinking about that. Now, the remainder of us have 15 hours of oxygen left. That means 15 hours in which to complete our research here.
Well, what's the good of all that if you can't come back with it?
The moon never destroys its treasures, Henderson. We shall leave a record, and it'll be preserved in the vacuum of the cave. And the future expeditions you mentioned, they will find it.
15 hours.
Dad, Hamlet, he doesn't weigh much. He'd hardly breathe any air.
All right, Jimmy. Give him to Valerie.
That'll be good. Don't forget his milk. Back on Earth.
Height, Valerie.
700 miles.
What's the speed?
7,500 miles an hour.
Well, with any luck, Valerie, we should just be able to make Earth. You can relax now. We're in free flight.
I can't relax. I keep thinking about Daddy and the others. If we get back to Earth and get this rocket refueled, could we go...
No, Valerie, it wouldn't be any use. They've less than a day's oxygen back there on the moon.
Daddy should have let me stay with them. I feel so terrible leaving them there.
Yeah, I know.
The controls are also triangular and seem to be made of some form of plastic. Well, are you taking this down?
Yes, I'm sorry.
You know, with the information we can radio back to Earth over the next few hours, they should be able to build a spaceship on these lines within a year. This is going to put us 50 years ahead.
Us, Professor?
Yes, us, the human race, science, call it what you like.
How can you go on like an automaton when we're all going to die in a few hours? Even your own 2 sons.
We have a job to do.
You're inhuman.
Well, Wedgwood, you were right. We've enough deuterium in that atomic pile to take us to Venus, let alone back to Earth, and it's still active.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I've taken a full Geiger check.
Is this another remarkable discovery to radio back to Earth?
With a bit of luck, we can take it back to Earth.
It's going to take more than luck, John. First, we've got to master those controls. Then you've got to get that atomic pile working. That's going to take all of 3 hours.
Do you mean you can get this ship to fly again?
If we can do that, what an achievement that'll be, eh?
Just when did this mad idea strike you?
The moment MR1 blew up. Now, look, we haven't got much time. John, you and I will start to decipher the controls on that instrument panel.
Right.
Mary, tell Ian to bring the emergency transmitter and rig it up in here.
Do you really think there's a chance of this thing taking off?
Yes, 1 in a million. If this thing flies, it'll be a miracle.
Well, it just so happens I believe in miracles.
I can't believe it. It's too good to be true. Do you really think he can fly a 400-million-year-old spaceship back to Earth? Over?
Well, yes, T. You know there's no atmosphere on the moon. Well, in theory, there's no reason why the ship shouldn't be preserved in full working order. Over and out.
He could be right, you know.
Oh, I hope so.
If anyone can do it, Wedgwood will.
All right, Ian. Try the motors now.
They work!
242,000 miles and just under 10 hours to do it in. All right, Mary, tell Jeff to open the doors now.
Now, Jeff!
We've got it out of the cave.
Come on, Jeff, jump in.
All right, Ian. Boost the motors.
Oh, no, she must take off.
All right. Here she goes. How fast are we going? It's incredible. 40,000, 50,000 miles an hour and still increasing.
You know, with this spaceship, we could travel to anywhere in our solar system, even beyond.
What will they say when they see this spaceship land on Earth?
We've got to get it there first, Jimmy.
There they are on the radar screen.
For the speed they're traveling. They're already 1,000 miles ahead of us.
Distance here?
10,000 miles from Earth.
I can see Earth through the periscope. It's getting bigger every minute.
All right, start reduce speed. We'll hit the atmosphere in about 6 minutes.
Aye, Captain.
John, you seem to be enjoying this trip more than you did the trip out.
Well, Edward, 400 million years ago, they built better spaceships than you can, and sure aren't we all going home.
And you be too sure we haven't got there yet.
1,500 miles, closing to 1,200. Hello, Ian. 1,500, closing 12.
Speed.
17,000 miles per hour.
Coming in a bit fast.
1,100 miles from Earth, closing to 700. You are now 1,000 miles from Earth, Ian. Closing 9. Closing
What's the
900.
speed now?
10,000 miles per hour. Fantastic deceleration. Closing 700 miles from Earth. Closing 700. You are now about to enter the Earth's atmosphere.
Speed?
5,000 miles per hour thrust. Don't think it's still a bit fast.
No, the atmosphere will stay us.
650 miles.
All right, stand by to enter atmosphere. Now! Move the ship back out of the atmosphere.
You all right?
Full speed on reverse.
I've got it.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm going to find out. Ian, hold the ship in orbit. Jeff, open that hatch.
Can't get it stuck.
Stuck before because of a vacuum. That may have happened again. Maybe the after part of the ship's damaged and some of the air's escaped.
Dad, look! There's something flying beside us!
It's the after part of the spaceship. It must have broken in half.
What could have caused it to break in two?
It must have been metal fatigue. That ship was 400 million years old. As soon as it hit the Earth's atmosphere, it just broke up. Valerie, they may all still be alive in that flight deck cabin. If it's still intact, there's a perfect possibility they're still alive. I got an idea. I'm going to boost the main motors.
The radio is dead. Can't get a thing. The aerials must have gone.
John, how's the oxygen?
We're each on our last canister.
suppose we'll just keep going round in orbit forever, like that spaceship round the moon.
It won't be too bad, Jimmy. We'll just go to sleep.
We're only 700 miles from the Earth. If only we could glide in.
Well, the atmosphere would burn us up. You saw what happened the first time we tried it.
I wonder, could I get a last look at Buchan Island?
Can you see the Earth?
No, I'm looking towards space. Wait a minute. There is something like a big star.
What is it?
I don't know. It looks like a rocket. It is a rocket! It's MR2!
Well, let me see, Jimmy. It is MR2. Henderson's bringing it alongside.
He must have seen us split in two on radar.
What the devil does he think he's trying to do? He's crazy. I think he's going to try the first ever space rescue. Stand by to open that hatch.
Now, Valerie, you make sure that that line holds fast.
Mr. Henderson, how can you jump across to them?
Well, there's nothing to stop me. There's no atmosphere, no air pressure. Once I start moving, I shall go on. Forever. That's why you've got to watch this line.
Wonderful bit of work, Lens. Give me that rope. That's it.
We have Ren's tied to MR2. We can all guide ourselves back to it. Now, come on. Follow me.
We can all go back to home.
In MR2, yes, and only had to fall in back towards the Earth now. Now, grab hold of that rope, Jeffrey, and don't let go. That's you next, Jimmy. Mary. Ian. John.
All right, Barry. They're all coming in safely behind me.
Hamlet's been missing you, Jimmy.
Hello, Hamlet. I never thought I'd see you again.
Hello, Earth. Hello, Buchan Island. They're all safely transferred to MR2. We shall reach Buchan Island this evening. On Jean, can you tell my editor to hold the front page? I'm going to make the last edition. Over and out.
They're coming in over Greenland. Right now, 40 miles, closing 35.
They'll be with us in 5 minutes if they make it.
Here they are. They're over the North Sea. They're going to make it. There it is.
They're going to miss the launching pad. Come on.
We've got to thank Henderson for it. He rescued us.
Well, I had to. I didn't know how to fly that confounded thing into the old by myself.
We watched the breakup of the old spaceship on the radar screen.
Yes. After 400 million years, It finally came back to Earth to be destroyed.
Those people who built it, and the children. I wonder if they ever did find another planet to live in.
I'd like to think they did, Valerie.
Do you think we'll ever find them, Dad?
Who knows? As man reaches out to touch the stars, who knows what he may find.